Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Thursday, January 23rd, 2014. I'm astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. We have got Mercury, which is really getting powerful with its trine to Mars now. This is us speaking up, speaking our minds, really moving forward with ideas, and especially the spark of Aquarius, the new energy. So we're all ready to move forward in our lives in great ways. But we are being tested on whether or not we are emotionally invested or not. That's because the moon is finishing up in Libra and stepping into Scorpio. And this is a very weird space. This is a space that has to do with intellectual energy and then emotional energy. This is an energy that deals with weighing it out and then committing everything to. It's not that easy to commit when you're weighing things out. Is it fair enough? Do I have enough? You know, you start to judge it and so forth. But when you move into Scorpio, it's like all or nothing, the same like sex, right? Scorpio rules sex. It's like I'm all in or you're all out, you know? And that's where we're at now, especially as these new ideas have sparked. And all this electricity has come into our lives. The sun squared the nodes yesterday, which we talked about, which was a very big point of these sensitive spots in space, these karmic energies that are coming in, really taking a check, making sure you're looking at everything, making sure that, you know, that you've weighed everything out in your life. There's a lot of questions up in the air, but today I feel the questions start to suppress. The understanding of where you want to move forward in your life becomes more clear today when you add this Scorpio energy. Scorpio's raw, it's all or nothing. And also the moon is going to start its square to the sun, which is this is the 3/4 square. We're getting ready for a new moon that's going to be happening in Aquarius. And this is the prep before that. And this is more importantly, the prep of your emotions to make sure you're invested before you take off in the electricity. It's more like, you know, before Benjamin Franklin comes out with a freaking key on a kite, you know, and gets shocked that he's emotionally invested for that or not. Like he didn't know what was going to happen, but he was invested in figuring something out deeply, doing whatever it could to find electricity. And you have to see that in your life, unless you're emotionally vested 100%, you're going to not be able to take off. You know, Aquarius wants to take off, it wants to electrify. It's the same way that, you know, electricity runs through the power of a city. Like, if there is not connections to certain places, I don't know if you played the game Sim City when you were a kid. I was a nerd, so I played the game Sim City where you have to, like, connect all the little power lines to every little thing. Well, if you have some power lines that aren't connected, and if these things aren't emotional, your city ain't gonna light up. And that's where we're at now. You have to light it up, and these emotions are the only thing that are gonna fire this thing up now, and you have a big check. And this is finishing up a north node in Scorpio that's been in here for almost 18 months now, dealing with truth. And truth is emotion. Truth is commitment to emotion. Truth is no bullshit. We talked about yesterday. The universe is just not allowing bullshit anymore in our lives. A south node in Taurus has spent 18 months cutting you of material, emotional, and just baggage that has nothing to do with your truth anymore. You know, people are being stripped away of what's not real for their lives anymore. And you can't do anything that ain't real no more. And today highlights that, especially as Mercury and Mars start to make their trine, and we're ready to move forward. But we're only ready to move forward into things that feel intimately connected, things that feel desirable. You know, Scorpio is about desires, and it's about an attraction to you with wanting to commit 100% of your energy, not 99%, not 99.1, not 99.2, but 100. And you've got to, if you choose a path right now that you're not 100% emotionally invested in, it's not going to be easy. And you got to like let these emotions go that are weighing out everything or judging, like we talked about yesterday. Libra wants to judge. And a cardinal cross that is formed with Venus in Capricorn, dealing with all these unique stories and relationships, all these new value systems that are forming up, and as it's getting to a really tight conjunction with Pluto, we're dealing with uncovering some really karmic stories here, some really destined roads. We're dealing with all this energy that has to do with Are the people in our lives and the situations and the value systems part of a plan that's long term? Is it part of something that really reaches the top of the mountain? Because that's what Capricorn wants. It wants to reach the top of the mountain. It wants to reach the end goal. And you can only make it to your end goal if you sacrifice. it's not a comfy road. You know, our comfort levels are, you know, got to be part of it too. But, you know, to get to the top of the mountain, it's not comfortable. You can't, you know, tents aren't that comfy. You can make them as comfy as you can. You know, going poop in the woods isn't as comfy as on a toilet either. And, you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, these are the areas where we're all having to stretch in between and learn how to leave comfort and find comfort in areas we haven't before. And when you're ready to invest emotionally because it feels committed to the energy that you desire so deeply, it doesn't matter how comfortable or not it is, you know that you're committed because the emotions are committed to an end goal of something that you know is on the right road, something that's on the right life, and something that's more importantly, sparking the electricity that lights your city, just like SimCity, like we talked about earlier. So, it's good for speaking up too. Mars trine Mercury, you know, whenever this transit happens, especially in Aquarius and Libra, intellectually with relationships and electricity and ideas and sparks, this is excellent idea time. This is excellent for seeing big pictures of radical new things and going forward in those. And I think yesterday I cautioned people to take action, but today I think that you know what action to take because it's your gut. It's this intensity. It's the same way when you want to hook up with somebody, right? That Scorpio, that inner, deep, emotional, hidden feeling that we don't expose much. This is the raw nature of who we are. And today it comes out and it helps you with making your decisions. Check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com. If you have any questions or if you want to have a one-on-one reading, thank you so much. And I will see you for your weekend forecast tomorrow.